Now let's have a quick look at channel settings. This is where you set up your channel. So when you click on channel settings, you will be taken to features by default, and here you will see all the features that are enabled on your channel. Now these features are controlled by Google mostly, and you can control some of them. For example, let's start with the top one, community guidelines. If you follow the guidelines, this will be green and you will be in good standing. If you don't follow the guidelines, you might be marked and your rankings will drop. So make sure you are always in green for most of these things. Copyright strikes, you don't want to lift content from other channels and put them on your channel, because if you do that, YouTube will mark against you. You will put a copyright strike against you, and your channel and your YouTube content, your videos will have a problem ranking. So copying other content from other channels is a big no-no. You don't want to do that. Content ID claims. Now this is similar to copying. When you put some other person's content on your channel and he files a claim on it, but instead of getting it removed, he changes the settings or he claims the video such that all the revenue from the video, all the ad revenue from the video will flow to him instead of you. That is a content ID claim. If you are uploading songs or music or video clips from other shows, then this might happen to you, and again this will create a problem in your videos ranking, and you will not be able to rank your future videos easily. If you're using Google monetization, YouTube monetization to get revenue on your channel, this would be enabled. And if your channel is a little bit old, if it's like a respectable channel, then you will have the opportunity to use YouTube monetization, which is a very good thing, because then YouTube will start displaying advertisements on your channel and they will share the revenues. Longer videos, this means that you will be able to upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. This will be enabled again if your channel is not a very new channel and has some content and some viewers. External annotations. This feature actually lets you send visitors to your website. Now this will be enabled by Google depending on, again, the popularity of your channel. So if it's not enabled in the beginning, don't worry, with time it will be enabled. Custom thumbnails. I think there are custom thumbnail is now enabled on almost all of the channels. If this is enabled, you will be able to upload images representing your videos, which is a very good thing because it will help you get more viewers and grab your viewers' attention. Paid subscriptions. Now paid subscriptions are available to channel owners who've got a channel with at least 10,000 subscribers. So if you have 10,000 subscribers on your channel, you will be able to create a channel with paid subscriptions in which you can upload videos and you can ask people to pay you a monthly subscription or an yearly subscription to view those videos. Content ID appeals. If somebody files a content ID on you and you are able to resist it, that's an appeal, and it's green if you are successfully fighting off the content ID claims that you have. But like I said earlier, it's best never to put in your other people's content on your channel. Finally, unlisted and private videos. This feature is enabled to let you have unlisted and private videos. I think this is enabled by default on all the channels. And live events is enabled on professional channels, which lets you have live Google Hangouts recorded directly to YouTube, which will be uploaded to YouTube when you finish your Hangout. So this is a great way to organize events, and you will get this feature if you don't already have it in a little while. After setting up the channel, upload videos and do your work, and you will have this feature soon. So if you have monetized your channel through Google, then you will need to work on the monetization tab where you can feed in things like your AdSense ID, etc. Let's go to the defaults. If you go to the default section, you can actually set the default settings for your channel. This is very helpful because you can do things like, set this, change the channel or the video privacy. So if by default you set this to private, then any video that you upload to YouTube will be private until and unless you change the privacy level for that particular video. So here you can actually set the default for the channel whether you want to allow comments on fresh videos, whether you want voting on the comments, whether you want monetization, and all those things over here. In video programming, I already demonstrated this in an earlier video. This is where you can have the little watermark or the little display that shows the latest video. Fan Finder is a great way to get Google working for you. You can actually ask Google to show an ad film for your channel to viewers, and Google will do that if your channel is very popular. Click on advanced and you can do things like changing your country, your image, your representative image, whether you want to display ads on the sidebar and things like that. Now these are advanced topics, and once you get working on your channel, you will find ways to make use of these. But of course, this is a very important topic over here, associated website. If you are approved for external links, you will be able to attach a website to your channel, and then from within your channel, you will be able to send traffic to your website using annotations. This is a great idea, so do that. Make sure you've connected your website to your channel. So this concludes the channel settings demo.